Our last person that we're going to have is going to be a first time I've ever commentated them. Their name is... They had a different name in chat. I'm just going to go with their Discord tag. It's Simas. They just picked up Duck Hunt. However, they didn't have a Duck Hunt VOD, but they did want me to look at one of their other ones. So in this case, it's Mega Man. And actually, I can talk quite a bit about him. One of the main people that I trained with is a Mega Man. Well, two of them were actually Mega Man players. And I did fight him very recently. So I just got refreshed on a lot of like Mega Man tech. Mega Man's so saucy in this game. Like, he has an absurd amount of ways to just like convert extremely early. Not only is he also blessed with like being heavy, he can kill absurdly early too. Really good neutral. It's just like the main issue he has is like his disadvantage isn't so great, but he can live for quite a long time unless like your character's really good at edge guarding him and you can just like kill him really early. But yeah, if you don't have those two things, like he can be so annoying to fight and he can just like keep up the pace really well. Like, he's a really, really good character. Not to mention he's got an item as well where he can do a lot of interesting things with that. So let's see what he does. So I don't really know. Oh God, what? Okay, this guy needs to learn his controls. There we go. All right. Yeah, good call outs there. Yeah, definitely if you wanted to be like really annoying against Cloud is like, especially when he's like coming to land, if you're really good with like your short hop lemon control power, like you can basically make it so that he really can't land and do anything at all. Yeah, you got to be really careful if he's crossing you up. Not really sure why you're going for the up airs there. Like, he's not really in a position to get hit by them. Just got to keep him out with, like, those lemons. Ooh, make sure you do a button so that way you don't, like, land on your back like that. And yeah, you can't land on top of Cloud. You got to move out of there. Falling down with down is really good. Like, surprisingly, down is a really good landing option. It lets you convert into other things. Oh, you had to do the classic right there. Good stuff. Oh, that should have just been like a dash grab into a back throw. That probably would have killed. There we go. Keep it simple. Yeah, here you just kind of have to like hope you guess right. But yeah, see, like just causing that brief little delay while he missed his up air regardless of what would have happened, it allows you to float horizontally for a little bit and it keeps him in hit stun for a little bit too, so it makes it even harder for him to hit you. Nah, it's not. You gotta get a little bit better if you're gonna try and do the falling up airs to land. Also, I think pretty sure down throw back air is a combo that you can go for that percent, so no reason to just like limit it just to the full air there. Be very careful about jumping like that. But yeah, luckily he was not being patient at all with his limit. The other thing that you need to remember is like you can convert a lot off of just like throwing the metal blade like diagonally down and falling on top of him. And I don't really see you even attempting to do that at all. And also just go right under. Like you can two-frame he can't two-frame your ledge snap. I have no idea why you just kept letting yourself get hit. Yeah, gotta be a little bit more in shield. Throw in a little bit more lemon so you can just keep him at bay. Cloud doesn't have like the best startup in the world when he's facing you, and you can abuse that. That's why, yeah, you want to do down throw back air because it comes out quicker. Oh, I guess you didn't have your jump. A little rough there. Yeah, it just didn't really look like you kind of knew your conversions. You didn't really know how to keep them at bay. You kind of threw out your Lemons game like after that first stock. And like Lemons are just so good at controlling him. Like there's no reason not to go for that. And you definitely need to like work on like a lot of your Metal Blade stuff. Like Metal Blade should just not be going straight all the time. And dash attack's not really a move you should ever be using. And the other thing too is like you're really focused on just staying very linear on the ground. Like you're not focused on like spacing around him in the air. Like you're sort of playing it like you only got one axis to deal with. Again, it's like you're rushing into him and you're Mega Man. You could play far away from him. You don't need to be right next to him. I'm glad that you did the fair out of shield, because like, while you might have been able to grab him, it's a little bit risky. Also, yeah, get used to throwing the Crash Bomber at the ledge, so then that way you can pressure him, and it makes it a lot safer for you to return to ledge there. And also just tagging him with the Crash Bomber too. Ooh, no, that was not good. Like, when you got the Crash Bomber on him, you can't go right next to him. Like, you gotta wait for that thing to explode. Also, when he's used his jump, he's gonna be landing, so you don't chase after him. He's already gonna be gone. Again, you need to be careful about snapping to ledge there. But, yeah, at that point, you lost your jump. And also, like, now it doesn't really seem like you know what you're doing in neutral. Like, you're landing right on top of him. You go for a Metal Blade, but it's not even a setup. You're just throwing it down right in front of him. You don't really have a thought process for what you're... There! See, like, that was a good way to get back from ledge. Like, hold Metal Blade, drop down, jump, throw it, and then that would have led into a grab into a whole bunch of other stuff. But, like, you're kind of neglecting a lot of these practices for the most part of your game. And something to remember is if he goes for, if Cloud decides to go for Cross Slash and he misses, he cannot throw another Cross Slash. Like he's stuck in that animation and unable to do anything. So if he misses Cross Slash, he has to be stuck in that one thing for 40 frames. So the attack itself comes out frame 10, and there's 30 frames where he cannot do anything. So it's a free punish. So really make sure that you're taking advantage of that. Also, yeah, if you hit him with up air, just spam for some more up airs. Keep him juggled. Like you're kind of doing like one up air, and then that's really it. And then yeah, if their Crash Bomber's there and he's in range to get hit by it, be ready for your next hit when he gets hit by it. That was kind of interesting. Again, it's like you're not really keeping your spacing in mind. Like you keep going right next to him, and then even there, like when he's throwing out Limit Cross Slash and you're over here, you can just charge your F Smash and just to like punish him. Like you don't need to approach him at all. Like if anything, you shouldn't be approaching him. I don't even know why you are. Like your whole point is as Mega Man to stay away and damage him. And then when you have the setups for it, you go for your Metal Blade conversions. Like his Smash attacks are really like there just like kind of as a last resort if they're right next to you. Or if like they're clearly going to land on top of you, your up smash is going to catch them. A little harder to do that against Cloud because he's got a big sword, but like any other character, very easy to do. Also, I don't really see you using Leaf Shield at all. Like Leaf Shield is so good and so annoying to deal with that like if you just like do Leaf Shield right around him and like you're pressuring him like that, then that makes sense. But you're not even going for that. Also, don't grab the Metal Blade. Like, if Cloud needs to recover, just do full hop down air. And, like, he will not be able to make that back. As long as he's there in the right spot. Ooh, that was a very misguided Metal Blade. And again, it's like you're throwing out your up smash like way too early. And if anything, I don't even think you should be thinking about going for that at all. Like, you want to wait for him to do an attack first. You need to watch him when he's got limit on, because Blade Beam can always hit you too, so you need to air dodge through those. Just like overall, the point that you're at right now is that you need to focus on learning the game. Like, you need to learn like what neutral is, when you hold shield, when you're going to attack, and all that stuff. And the other thing too is like you need to know what your strengths of Mega Man are. He is not a brawler. Like, the way that you're playing Mega Man is the way that you'd play Mario, like where you're going into them with a lot of safe moves and you continuously pressure them with like the next move. Mega Man is not Mario. Mega Man, you very much need to rely on your projectiles, and you need to stay spaced, and you need to stay safe. And the other thing too is just like with the way that you're using Metal Blade, it doesn't look like you know what his conversions off of Metal Blade are. Like, at 60%, you can throw a Metal Blade and kill somebody, because like, you can do down diagonal Metal Blade into up tilt, and that will just kill them. You can also do things like falling back air the first 2 hits and then convert that into an up tilt as well. Like, there's so many things that this character can do, but it's kind of like you're kind of hitting Cloud right now with like each individual component without really knowing how they all link into each other. Which is like, you can sort of do that as Mega Man, but you need to make sure you're doing the spacing game, and that's something that you're not doing at all. Yeah, there, he called you out very easily. Like, if he's just throwing aerial like attacks on you, you wait until he throws out that unsafe one, and then you go ahead and punish them. Like, F tilt on shield is not safe at all. That is up tilt is -16, and when he's doing it that close, that's a free grab. So you could just grab, back throw, wait for him to come back, and then like down air him, he's dead. Or just like if he jumps, back air him, he's dead. So like there's just a lot of things that you can do, but it's just like you just need to learn a lot more. So learn how to control your character first, whether you decide to main Duck Hunt or Mega Man, because I know you're in Duck Hunt there. So if you decide to main Duck Hunt, kind of forget all the Mega Man things I'm saying. So learn how Duck Hunt functions first, and then focus on learning how to move. That's goal number 1. You need to be able to play the game without looking at it and watching your opponent. That's always got to be the first thing that you need to do. If your character cannot do what you want it to do at all points of the time, you're just not going to be able to play the game that you want to play just ever. Like, let's say, my character works 80% of the time. Then you're only going to be able to reach 80% of the capacity. And if you want to focus on improving things, you can only focus on, it's only going to improve at 80% of the rate that it possibly could be. So that always needs to be your first goal, is doing that and just learning how the game functions more. After that, learn what the character can do, learn how they can function, and learn what you need to take advantage of. And then from there, you expand upon that. So please decide on a character first, and then after that, learn how they move, and then we can go from there. But until then, glad that you started to take part in this. We're here to suck at first and then just go from there and just suck a little bit less every single time. No matter what, we're all going to suck eventually. So even as we continue on, we're always going to find things where we're going to mess up and all that stuff. So there's no shame in that now. Just knock down your pride. Got to do that early on. And then as long as you keep a very open mind and you want to learn how to get over things and how to beat things, that type of mindset's going to carry you very far. So with that, that's where we're going to finish this one off.